Good day everyone, I am John Freud R. Etam, gonna present to you the direct shear test sample problems. The first problem, the following data are given for a direct shear test conducted on dry sand with specimen dimensions of 63 mm by 63 mm by 25 mm, normal stress of 105 kN per squared, and for shear force at failure of 300 Newton. First, determine the angle of friction. And for B, for a normal stress of 180 kN meter squared, what shear force is required to cause failure? First is, the cohesion is 0 because this is conducted on dry sand. So using this formula, we can get the angle of friction. But first, let's get the shear stress. Shear stress is equals to resisting shear force over cross-sectional area of the specimen. So, substitute lang nato. Kuha na itong shear stress, which is 75 kN meter squared. Then next, substitute mo ito siya dinihan na formula para makuha na ito ang angle of friction. So, 75 equals 105 ton. Angle of friction. Rearrange, then we can get 35.5 degrees. So, manata sa A, natay angle of friction of 35.5 degrees. So, for B, for a normal stress of 180 kN meter squared, what shear force is required to cause failure? So, first is, gamitin natin itong formula na ganiya, itong, ani. So, naman kuha naman itong duha, napot tayo kuhan, na angle of friction. So, pwede na ito siya dito sa substitute. So, natay shear stress na 128.39 kN meter squared. Dito siya substitute, kinakuha naman ito ganiya. Next is, kuha na ito ang shear force. Shear force is shear stress times area of specimen. So, shear force is equals to 129.39 times 1000 times 0.063 squared equals to 509.5 Newton. So, muna yung answer na ito sa B. Muna yung kailangan na shear force to required cause failure. So, next problem number 2. The following are the result of 4 drain direct shear tests on normally consolidated clay. Diameter of specimen is equal to 50 mm and height of specimen is 25 mm. So, natin sa table ang iyang normal force and shear force at failure. So, naiupat ka test. So, ang pangutan na kay draw a graph of shear stress at failure against normal stress. Determine the drain angle of friction from the graph. So first, buwan na tong area sa specimen. So, pi times 0.05 meter squared over 4. So, natin area na 0.00196 meter squared. Next is, kuha na to ang normal stress sa test 1. So, normal force over area. So, substitute yung value na 267 over 0.00196 equals to 136,224 Newton meter squared. So, divide pa na ito sa 1,000 para may mong kilonewton meter squared. So, which is 136.2 kilonewton meter squared. Next is, kuhaan na to ang shear stress sa test 1 gapon. Gamit ng shear force at failure. So, shear force at failure over area. Substitute na to ni kani 166. Ra. 166.8 over 0.00196 is equals to 885,102 kilonewton meter squared. So, divide of 1,000. So, makuha na to ang 85.1 kilonewton meter squared. So, ang imo na ni, same na gyapon sa sunod na test. Kung ang gyapon ang effective shear stress o normal stress. So, dira na. Dira tong given gani ha. And dara itong nakuha. So next is graph. I-graph na to siya kani o kani. Kaning duwa. So dara. Dara na iyang graph. Normal stress diri shear stress. So next is kuha na to ang angle of friction. So namatay duha ka y diri dara y1 and y2. Tapos diri ang x1 o x2. So nakahimo ta triangle. Next is substitute itong mga value ani. Dira ang mga value anang sa y1, y2, x2 and x1. Substitute na to na siya. Substitute. Dara. 128 minus 64 over 200 minus 100. So, rearrange. So, may ang answer. 32.5 degrees. Ano yung answer na to? Para sa problem number 2. So next, problem number 3. The size of a sand specimen is in a direct shear stress was 50 millimeters by 50 meters by 30 millimeters. It is known that for the sand, the angle of friction is equal to 0.65 over E, where E is void ratio, and specific gravity of soil solids is 2.65. During the test, a normal stress of 140 kilonewton meter squared was applied. Failure occurred at shear stress of 105 kilonewton meter squared. What was the mass of the sand specimen? First, kung na to ni. I-arrange mo ni siya itong sa general formula. So, substitute na to ang nadia. Tara. 105 over 104. Ito. 105 ang shear stress and 140 ang normal stress. So natay tan angle of friction na 0.75. Next is gamito na to siya na formula kani. Ano to? Kani. Natay value ani mean 0.75. So, kuha na ito ang void ratio. So, ang void ratio is rearrange na to. Then, natin void ratio of 0.867. Next is, kuha na to ang dry unit weight. Formula. Then, next, substitute na itong values. Namatay kuhan, natay specific gravity, tama na. So, natay dry unit of weight of 13.92 kilonewton meter cube. Next is, kuha na to ang volume. So, naman given man multiply na natanan. So, 50 times 50 times 30 equals to 75,000 millimeter cube over 10 raised to 9 is equal to 0.0000075 meter cube. So, next is kuha na to ang weight. Ito niya, formula. Namatay dry unit weight o natay volume. So, makuha na itong weight. So, substituting the value. Dira, rearrange. 13.92 times 0.000075 is equals to 0.001044 kilonewton. Maratong weight. Next is ko na to ang mass. Mass is equals to weight over gravity. So, dira. Mass is equal to 0.00144 1044 times 1000 Newton 9 over 9.81, so equals to 0.1064 kilogram. So itimes po na itong 1000 kay para may grams, so 0.1064 times 1000 equals to 106.4 grams. So atong answer kay 106.4 grams. So, ano siya pag-solve ani na problem?